So last time in the aftermath of a fairly interesting party, um, we had tracked down the girl who stole Bjorn's sword, and after everyone else left, Riven stayed behind and tried to help her out in a fashion I will describe as adorkable. A little bit awkward, a little bit cute.
Yeah.
And I believe resulted in a lot of gold going to that girl. She is so set up right now. Speaking of setup, after that, we proceeded to sell so many things and got so much money that we were able to make a payment on our debt, which is good. Carrying on with our journey, we eventually came to rest by a lake where Bjorn's curiosity about some very nice-looking horses may or may not have caused problems, as the nightmare horses have now emerged from the lake, even though we moved further away, so honestly they're just being rude now.
I mean, he's not wrong.
No,
Stalking.
There will most definitely have to be a reason for them to charge you the way that they have.
Yeah, it's called their asshole.
That too. So,
Is
with
there
that
something bigger chasing them?
that would be horrible.
We haven't had to roll perception yet.
So yeah,
I should remind the GM that his NPC has a perception of yes, so probably not.
Yeah, our NPC has a perception of I win.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
It's a specific combination of things. He's paranoid, so he has observant. He has a high wisdom because he's a cleric, and a nature cleric, no less. And then Bard happened. So
I'm gonna say with as high as his perception is, he's probably aware of his actual nature as an NPC in this game. I think he figured it out a while ago. He just doesn't know what else to do.
Why do you think he's so paranoid?
I mean, yeah.
That would also explain why he's often the one giving us pointers on what direction to go.
Anyway, rolling of the initiative. Do the thing.
Done better, done worse.
Remember, you have advantage, Bjorn.
How about that?
Hey, me and Hollis go at the same time.
Nice.
And
Synergy.
We're last.
at the same time, last.
Still synergy.
You had to take time to discuss strategy.
Our strategy is heat bites, ice, eye axe.
That's a good strategy. I like it.
Okay. Oh, hey, they go the same. Two of them go at the same time you do, Sam. How about that? Because they have
No,
a
they
plus
go
one.
after.
They're
They have a
after.
plus one to their initiative.
Wait, they have a +1? Let me check.
Yeah.
I have a +2,
So they go before you,
And
or you
he-
go before them.
and Hollis has a +2.
So how about that?
We still
You
go before them.
Do you want to be before Hollis or after Hollis?
After Hollis, please.
Okay, there we go. This is going to be just after Locke screams like a banshee because he did that at the end of last session.
I do not recall doing this, but it sounds like me.
Yeah, you did do that. It was a sort of I holler like a banshee, and then that's where it'll pick up Arr, from you.
Okay.
So, seeing that and having the paranoid perception that he does, Oak is going to go. He's going to do a Shield of Faith kind of situation on Locke because Locke is, the one that is squishier.
I'm made of glass, but I fire cannons
Hence, you are less cannon. Yes, that's how that works.
for like 2 shots, and then I'm just kind of a liability.
After
Like a
that,
piece.
it's Eldritch Blast.
After that, I just become like whittle him down. Damage.
Okay, and that was a bonus action to do that I just realized. So, Bjorn, for his action, not that it's going to do much because Cad usually recklesses, but to keep Cad from potentially, actually no, Cad always recklesses. He is going to spend his action to sort of try to get a better discern of what's going on around here. So he's gonna have to hunt the street. And then we'll go to a Cad.
So they are more than my movement away, so I can charge at them raging, but I can't actually swing, right?
If you was to dash to get to them, yes, that's how that would work.
Okay. So I'm approximately here and snarling, I guess.
Yeah.
They look a lot bigger when I get close. Okay, anyway. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're not small. These are
they-
big equines.
They count as large creatures. They're the size of a standard warhorse. They're about the same size as Hollis. So he is going. This one is going to go up here and sort of stamp its feet into the ground and cast Entangle.
That's a problem.
Because it would be.
Strength save?
It is indeed a strength saving throw. It would be restrained.
Alright, let's see who it hits.
So everyone makes. Let's me double check what the distance is here. Because it's not going to hit everybody because it's only a 20-foot square. So yeah, that would be that one's turn, and it is to Bjorn.
Alright.
Strength save. Strength save for.
Aww.
One more for Hollis. Everyone is considered restrained.
I need to look up what that means.
Okay.
I think we get disadvantage on attacks, and except for spells, I think.
So
Speed is
Bjorn.
0. Attack rolls against creatures have advantage, and we attack at a disadvantage.
Okay,
And we
but
have
I can still
disadvantage-
cast spells.
You can. Yes.
Yeah, but it's at disadvantage.
If your spell makes an attack roll, it's a disadvantage.
Okay. And then also
Um,
we have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Yes.
So I see this as a problem. So I'm going to cast Bless upon you three who've been entangled. So whenever you make an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, you can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Very nice.
That's concentration up to 1 minute.
Yep.
Any targets?
3 targets, and he targets the ones that are trapped.
Gotcha.
And then I'm going to start moving around this way. And
Alright.
that'll be my turn.
Alrighty. Locke is going to be very displeased with the fact that he is now entangled, but he also doesn't really care because what he wants to do does not necessitate that he move. He is going to cast Slow upon the Kelpies.
Alrighty.
So they all need to make a Wisdom saving throw, DC 15, or be slowed.
Double checking a thing right quickly.
If these things have legendary resistances.
No. So let's see. You said DC 15.
Yep.
That's the thing that's
Oh.
chasing them that has legendary resistances.
They're not legendary. They're kelp horses, not kelp alicorns.
Okay, so 2 failures.
2 is slowed and 1 is not.
Alright, so the slowed ones have their speed halved, their armor class and dexterity saving, those are both decreased by 2. It cannot use reactions. It can use either an action or a bonus action on its turn, not both. It can't make more than one melee or ranged attack during its turn. If they cast spells, shit gets funky. And they can keep making wisdom saving throws at the end of their turns, and on successful saves, the effects will end.
Right.
Okay, so I helped. I made myself useful, guys. Do not squander it, the legacy I leave you.
Alice.
Nope, he's still restrained. And I guess Riven is going to roll to... Was it... Hold on.
How much does Bjorn's aura boost stuff?
The strength check.
+3.
Yeah.
It would not be enough.
Riven gets free.
Nice.
So...
It's your action to do so, of course, but you're free.
Yeah, how far can I move? Yeah, that'll be it for my turn.
Alrighty. So, this one is slowed. Only one attack? Right?
Yeah, only one action or a bonus action. It can only make one attack regardless.
And its speed is halved?
Yes. Which I feel very happy about. Why the hell is Balif still in my inventory? Get out of here.
Alrighty.
Somewhere along the way, I just straight up forgot to get rid of Balif. I'll just delete that now.
We saw him last episode.
Yeah, that was last episode.
Yeah, like, I haven't held that thing in ages. What the hell is it still doing in my attacks and spellcasting list?
Because, well, you got it and probably put it in there and didn't really think about it until the next session when you actually did have a conversation with the...
At which point, I was like, you know what? I probably don't want to use this thing.
14 will miss Cad. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. This one, however, is not the one that is slowed, so it's going to spend its attack turn to attack the elephant that's right in front of it.
Going after the elephant in the room? I see.
It doesn't automatically get advantage because I haven't recklessly attacked yet. But I am raging.
23.
It might do something to me.
23.
It might do something to you. Jury's out.
18.
We'll see.
Meet or beat? Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, that's 2 hooves and a bite.
Oof.
I taste like elephant.
Well, you are an elephant.
22.
Is that all of it combined?
Yep. That's the 2 hooves combined, and then 12 from the bite.
Okay. So I'm guessing 2d4 plus 5 twice. 8 plus 5 is 13, divided by 2 is 6.
It's the it's 2d6 for the bite, 2d6 plus 4, which is only 1 bite, and then 2d8 plus 5 for 48
Right.
plus 10 for the other 2. Yeah.
So
Yep.
then 4 plus 5 is 9 is 4, so 10. Because you would be having me take 11 because I get rounding error in my favor twice. So that's 10 and 6, so 16. Okay.
So, he will, let's see. He's going to come out here, and seeing that Riven is now free and is charging, he will sort of yell out to her, I think that there is definitely something weird going on with those horses, besides just the fact that they came out of a lake. So be very careful. Something is up. They're, like, got some sort of rune in their chest.
Oh, great. Runes in the chests. That can only ever end well.
And
It's
he is going to do a guiding bolt. Rawr. At the one that had cast the spell earlier.
Is Entangle concentration?
Entangle is concentration. So that would be a +8. Yeah. That would not hit. Okay. So he missed. That was his turn. It's now Cat. Go Cat.
So, yeah, the one to my left is the one that hit me, right?
Yes. The one not slowed is the one that hit you a bunch.
Yeah, so 22 to hit.
Yep.
And then another reckless 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
So 13 plus 16. And my swirling ancestors get all up in his business. I'm done.
They do. That is this one, yes? Okay, yeah. That one is this one. And he is currently slowed. So yeah, he is going to sort of. He's still stamping at his feet to do the entangle thing. And he is going to. He's going to come up here and can he get to Oak with half speed? He can't. Nope, he can't. Foodie half speed, so he's gonna go up here. He can dash. Can you still dash it slowed?
I think because that would count as an action, and he can only take one action or bonus action, so I think he can dash, but that'll be it.
Yep. Bjorn.
Don't forget his saving throw. He gets to make another
right.
wisdom saving throw at the end of his turn.
Correct. Thank you. No.
He fucked it.
And the other one would get one too. He attacked Cat earlier and failed. Was it 15?
Yeah.
So he's free. That's good to know. Bjorn.
Bjorn is on his way.
Dashing to get up there.
Yep. That's what I got.
Alright, so would it constitute as an action to try and break out of my restraints?
Yes.
Then I will not do that. Instead, looking at these things, have I ever heard anything or seen anything about these things at all that could inform my tactics here? Like, do I have any way of knowing whether or not they'd be resistant to, say, necrotic damage, for example? Can I make an Arcana check to see if Locke has heard anything that might help him there?
Sure.
Okay. Nope.
Nope. You have no clue. You have no idea what these things are.
It's horses made of kelp.
Alright, well, I have no idea what these things are, and Locke is, he can't move, so, and he doesn't like them, so, let me just double check what this particular spell does real quick. I am not close enough for that. Never mind, I'm not casting Blight. I have to be in 30 feet for that. So instead, fuck it, I'm just gonna do a double pop of Eldritch Blast, I guess. I get 2 at this level, don't I?
You would have to.
Yeah, I don't get 3 until level 11. Okay. Are these at disadvantage because I'm restrained or whatever?
Yep.
That's a 9.
You do get to add the D4 from Bless.
Right, I'll do that in just a second.
9 and 9. Roll Bless twice.
So it becomes a 12 and a 13.
Huh. Well, yeah, you're still just under where their AC is. So no.
All right, I'll throw those.
Wouldn't that slowed one have -2 AC?
Oh yeah,
that's right.
And
then
that's
yes,
one
you
of
do hit
that.
with one of them. Yep.
With one of them. Okay. 8 damage. It's fucking pathetic, but you know what? I'll take what I can get.
There is merit to the nickel and dime strategy.
Right, so I'll blast him and then look over at Hollis and be like, "Doggy, protect me."
Okay. So it is then Hollis. Hey, he's free.
Yeah, but he can't really go and do anything else. This is
No, he's free and he can charge. Or he can run. Get up next to Bjorn. So Locke turns back to look at Hollis like Puppy save me, and Puppy's like and he's out running away.
Well, if it... Well, no, look at it this way. If Hollis kills all the things that are threatening you, you are safe from the danger.
True.
Taken. That is a valid point. I will take it under advisement.
Alright.
Bless is that plus D4, right?
Yep. That definitely
20,
That definitely hits.
11, 26.
That'll
I'm not
hit,
gonna
yeah.
roll the best. 9, and the last one. 15 plus.
That'll hit.
Okay.
Okay. So
3 smacks with the axes. Ouch.
alright. Riven, since you are swinging, you notice that your axes are cutting through, but there's resistance because these things are made of essentially seaweed. They are rather resistant to most damage types. Not all. but a
Even
lot.
magical weapons.
Even magical weapons, because their resistance goes to something specific, and you do not have that.
Oh, that's
What?
unfortunate.
They are weak to a specific kind of attack,
Okay.
and as such, they don't actually have the whole thing of resistance to non-magic weapons, like most creatures do that have resistances. So, and he is not slowed anymore, so that's great. He is going to take an attack of opportunity from an elephant and charge at a Bjorn.
Excuse me? How dare?
Ooh, ah.
Crit. He takes 35.
Okay. Calculator help.
Minus 3, 500.
Okay. So yeah, it charges to you, Bjorn, and it is going to swing at you with his hooves. Rawr, 15.
Nope.
21.
Unfortunately.
I don't know.
See, now he's cheating.
And then the bite. And that one will hit.
God dang.
So 2d8 plus what was 5 is now 10 for one attack because it charged at you. Boom.
Oh, even better. Nice.
And then 2d6 for the bite is only a plus 4. 8. So a total of 29 damage.
Alright, I'm still fine, but that was a respectable chunk of damage, and I would not like to repeat it.
So swinging in an elephant man. 23.
Mm-hmm.
11. Did you already
No.
attack it?
Do what?
You did already attack it, right?
Yeah.
And that would have been reckless. So,
Yep.
okay, 11. So it still missed you.
Also no.
And this is the final one. 17 or 13.
Nope.
So 17.
No,
Miss,
no.
miss.
You only smacked me once.
And that was with...
Hoof.
yeah. 4.
Yay.
Okay, Oak. Seeing the massive hit that Bjorn took earlier, it's like Riven, do you think you can take this thing? I don't want to get smacked by that. He's going
I guess.
He's going to disengage and back away because, ow. Disengage is unfortunately an action for him because he's not a rogue. Cat.
One of these for 26 to hit.
Yep. Yep.
And then he'll never see this coming. 18.
Yep.
So he takes 14 plus 16. 30.
Huh?
Keeping in mind that I mentioned to Riven, though Cat would not know this, they resist damage.
Okay.
So that's this one. He has only one attack because he is currently slowed. Still. He missed horribly.
Good.
Alright then.
I
Well
think
then.
he rolled a crit fail is what he did.
He did.
So his hooves are stuck in the ground now, right?
I wouldn't say stuck in, but perhaps stuck on would make sense. Eh.
Stepped in a muddy spot.
He's out of slow though.
Fuck! And I can't cast that again. That's once per long rest.
Bjorn.
Elsewise, you just know I'd do it again.
Well, naturally. Alright, I'm gonna swing my sword at this man.
Of course.
Sure, yeah. Assuming the 26 hits. 5 slashing. I'm gonna make a divine smite of that. And hit him with the level 3. He's not a fiend or undead, is he?
No.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so 20 damage for my first strike. Second attack. 16 do?
16 will hit, yes.
Yeah, alright. And if he's still up, I'll hit him with another divine smite. This one at level 2. So 26 damage for my second strike.
Bjorn, you see that well, it's a horse, so it's going to whinny very loudly and screech because radiant, bad, ow.
Fuck.
Radiant is what hurts him. I don't have that.
I do.
Okay, so he's no longer this particular one is not gonna like you. Just so you're aware.
That's okay. Like, he didn't make a good first impression on me either.
Yeah, that's true. So Locke, here you go.
Alright, so I have no confidence in my ability to break out of my restraints right now. But what I do have is a black book. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna whip out the black book. I'm gonna put my hand on the page and pull out this long, like, eel-like whip thing and lash it out at the Kelpie that Bjorn is fighting, and I'm casting Enervation.
Ew. Okay.
So, this bitch needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Alrighty.
Like Witch's Bolt on steroids.
Right? That's why I picked it.
Yep.
Yes! Alright, so that is 4d8 necrotic damage. And I can keep doing that. Also, I'm pretty sure I regain half the damage I deal. So that's 21 damage. I'm at max, so it doesn't matter, but...
Ow. Yeah, ow. Ow. Very much ow. So it is Hollis now, I guess. Is Hollis going to go ahead and help Riven, or is he going to help Bjorn?
Bjorn.
Oh, he's getting destroyed right now.
Did Hollis get plus or no?
Yes.
Yes.
So you will
15?
hit. Yeah.
That hits?
Yep. That is, I might have done the math wrong earlier, but their AC is 15. So.
Okay, well he takes 9 damage and makes a strength save, though.
Okay. Well, this is going to be interesting.
Would a four-legged creature have advantage on such a thing?
No. I mean, it doesn't say that it does, so.
That sounds like a 3.5 thing.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
No knocked over. Okay. Riven. Steel.
28 hits.
That's definite hit.
And then they're going to take... I'm going to use my Colossal Slayer ability this turn to do an additional 1d8. Okay.
Wow. That sucks.
18.
on the hit.
Lastly...
That's a miss.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Yeah, okay. I just had to make sure.
Actually, to be fair, their AC is only 15, so theoretically you could have actually hit on a miss if it not for the fact that for attack rolls...
I could have.
For attack rolls specifically, crit fails are automatic fails, but only for attack rolls. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway.
So... This one, facing off against a Bjorn.
My nemesis.
It doesn't
He
like
decidedly does not like you.
Oh, no.
He decidedly rolls a nat 20.
That's a miss.
The two may be related.
17 hit?
17 does not.
Okay. So this time rolling for damage with a crit is the only hit that he got. And it doesn't double the damage from the other thing because it's just straight to the dice. So, boom! That's a sucky roll for a crit, Garrett. 17.
Felt rough enough for me.
Uh-huh. Swinging at Cad. He would have advantage technically, so 23 hits.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Okay, so all of them
Bring it on. Bring it on, Slurpee.
2d8 plus 5. So 9.
Slurpee? That's an odd nickname for a Kelpie.
What sound does the little flapping bits of kelp make?
They ought to be really squelchy sounding when they're moving around.
Exactly.
Okay,
All
there you
right.
go.
9 and 6 and 6. 9 and 12 is 21.
Yep. Okay, so... Oak, Bjorn, you are looking rough, yeah?
About half health.
Yeah. I believe a cure wound is a 2d8 kind of thing.
I think so.
Although he saw the massive amount of damage you did to it with your radiant damage there. No, he's gonna heal. He would heal. He's more worried about his friends. Although he's saving his higher level spells anyway because he has to do sending a bunch.
Right.
Yeah. 1d8 plus 4.
Okay.
9. You heal for 9.
It's done worse. Alright, 9
Yeah.
hit points back.
Ted swinging away.
Oh, right. Alright.
Yeah.
In my own little world for a moment.
I mean, you already are in your own world, so it's fine.
But I am particularly lucky. So, one extra. So, 23 to hit with the damage from the first one.
Okay. So, yeah.
9.
Yep.
And then second swing. 27 to hit for 12 more. So 21 total.
Yeah. Okay. This one. It's gonna swing at a Riven. He has his full attacks now. You missed. 17?
Yeah, 17 hits.
And 10 does not. So... 13. You hit it a couple times for damage, so I'm going to go ahead and roll +2 for their con, because I keep forgetting. Yeah. Okay, yep. Okay, there we go. So, Bjorn.
Alright.
Particular
keep
one in front of
whacking
you
away
is
at 'em.
looking very rough.
Good.
Very not
good.
happy currently.
Alright, let's see if we can make him even less happy. Take my first swing at him. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you miss.
Alright, I will not use Divine Smite on that one.
Oh, you also see a sort of a glyph rune on, like, about the center of their chest, like in the center of this picture, that is currently pulsating a sort of green-purple as you're smacking at it.
Can I specifically hit that spot on my second swing?
It would improve their AC, but you could, yes.
What would it improve their AC to?
It would be a bit more challenging to target that specifically, so
Yeah.
their AC is normally 15. I'd probably bump it up to, say, because you're going straight hit to hit that specifically, by like 3, so like a 17 to hit.
A 7.
Yeah. If you wanted to target that specifically.
I think I do.
Okay. Hey, look at that.
How about that? So 7 slashing plus Divine Smite. Use a second level spell slot for this one. There it goes.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Just beautiful.
So you killed it?
Yep.
I'm assuming so.
Alright, so my enervation is gone.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah. Very much dead. And there's this, since you were targeting straight at where the glyph was, it's almost, because the glyph, for what it looks like, it looks a bit like a butterfly wrapped in vines. It's sort of like when you have a person who keeps track of insects, and they keep insects in a book or whatever, and they're keeping insects imprisoned. It looks like an imprisoned butterfly in vines. And as you slash through it, you see that it writhes and moves separate from the actual writhing of the creature just before the creature vanishes.
I feel as though I've made a good decision.
Alright.
The creature goes poof and vanishes.
Yes, it does, actually. The carcass sort of just, well, it doesn't poof, it just more melts and just disappears.
Oh, we can't loot it. Okay.
Pretty much, yeah. It's
No.
very wet and seaweedy right there now. But that's all that's there.
Who wants sushi?
Who wants seaweed?
Right.
Here we go.
Alright, well, my enervation is ended. So, and I'm pretty well situated back here, so I guess for the time being I'm just going to yuck a couple of Eldritch Blasts at the one Riven's fighting, because I can't do much else right now, and I'm out of spell slots. Damn Warlock.
Yep.
And that's still with disadvantage. You know what?
Yours-
No. Fuck it. I'm gonna use a new spell I picked up.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it doesn't do as much damage, but it doesn't require an attack roll, so on that front I won't be as handicapped.
Fair. Yeah.
Let me just make sure I have the range for it. 60 feet? Yeah, I can reach my target. So, because I do like to give my own visual flair to my spells, again, Locke will put his hand on the pages of the Black Book and pull something out. Sort of this like a stringy mass of inky black stuff, and he'll point his finger at the Kelpie that Riven is fighting, and the stringy black stuff will shoot off of his finger to a point right above the Kelpie's head and blossom out into this black sort of sphere, and from it there's just this low Toll the Dead.
Nice. So it is not an attack roll, it's a wisdom save.
And I get to do, let's see here, 2d12, I do believe, because it's not at max HP, if I hit.
Right. Yeah, this is true. So wisdom save. 20.
Gotcha. I'm gonna roll the dice anyway, just to see what damage I would have done, so I can feel worse about myself. All right. Carry on, as you were.
That seems
Crit in a 1.
Yeah, look at that. That's hilarious.
I'm upset now.
Hollis.
Okay, he's gonna come up here to me. He's gonna do a bite attack. The pack tactics, since I got it on the last time, it gets advantage. 13.
Miss.
Oh, nope.
Oh, right, bless.
14. Yep,
Miss.
miss.
Well, you tried. Didn't really
Oh,
work,
actually,
but, you know.
Actually, wait a minute. Is bless
What?
still going? Concentration from Bjorn. We weren't more on those.
Alright, let's see. Concentration.
Just
Was
go ahead.
concentration a straight D20?
It's a Constitution save.
That's right. That's right. That's better for me.
Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
The concentration checks are whenever you take damage while concentrating, right?
Yeah.
Isn't he having to concentrate on keeping Locke pinned?
The one that's up there, yes, would be. And Riven just hit him. So.
I
Has
have
he
not
been
hit
making-
him.
Oh no. Riven hasn't hit him yet. I rolled his earlier.
Riven has hit him, and he rolled it when she did. She hasn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was
So,
Okay. And since you took a couple hits, I'll say go ahead and roll 2 more, and we'll call that good. Since I've been forgetting myself. Roll 2 more Constitution saves. Go on.
Yep.
You should be fine as long as you don't roll garbage.
Yes, but have you met my dice?
Okay, you're fine.
Alright.
Good enough for me. So Hollis swung with a bite and a miss. Yeah. Riven.
I'm gonna do. Getting tired of this thing. Hunter's Mark as a bonus action. 22. Extra 1d6, okay. That's 2. And then 1 more attack. 26. And is it every time I hit?
Yep, it is.
Yes. 1, and I'm going to do, since it's my turn again, I'm going to do Colossal Slayer again.
Okay, so you hit it what, 3 times?
2 times, because I used a bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark.
That's 1. That's 2. Okay. So, this one's turn now. Swinging at the one that's been swinging at. It has advantage. 19.
Yep.
20.
Yep.
Hey, a crit fail. 16. 16 hit you?
No.
Okay, so 2d8. Or 2 hooves. 18. Well, 9. And 7.
Yep.
Okay, so Oak. Oak is going to guiding bolt the one that Riven is attacking, because Cad's pretty much got everything figured out over there. So Rar, he missed. So Cad, your turn.
So 28.
Yeah, that'll hit. That is a total of...
And 28.
Really? Okay. So 14, 9, 23, 26. And... yeah, out. Out. Very out. Okay. Glad it resists damage a little bit, because Cad hits like a freaking truck. Riven, make for me a wisdom save.
Hey, boy.
Oh, great. 7!
Okay. Riven.
What the fuck happened to me? What?
Yes. You will hear in your head a very reasonable suggestion. In this now, pretty one, hop on my back.
Did you just call me pretty one?
It did.
That sounds perfectly reasonable and rational to me.
Very polite.
I mean, it
She's
is
not
that.
pretty! She is not!
Ah, but prettiness is in the eye of the beholder now, is it not?
Or in the eye
Yeah,
of
but the thing is, Riven would have so much problem with that.
It doesn't know that. and the
Either way, she's charmed. Or
yes, indeed. Bjorn,
just
go.
adjust it.
By the way, Locke, you're free.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay, Bjorn, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna bounce up here real quick. I'm gonna swing on this guy.
That'll
27.
definitely hit.
So I'll do the 12 damage plus a Divine Smite. Use up a level 2 slot. Do an extra 15 damage. So 27 in total. And if he's still hanging around, do it all over again. Make sure I've got enough spell slots for that. Have to be a level 1 spell slot this time. And yet, it still came out looking pretty nice. So 24 more.
Well, Riven, you're not charmed anymore because it's dead.
Ooh, nice.
Great.
I am wreaking havoc upon this battlefield.
Okay. Locke, go.
Alright. So, I was gonna do something, but one, I wasn't close enough, and two, my target is dead now. So, instead,
You're also...
when I heard that, I was like, ooh, I get a chance to do something I haven't done yet. I was gonna see if I could use the Sickle of Slaughter's effect. Because I haven't had a chance to do that yet.
Yeah.
I
just
guess
wanna
for
point
now.
out that Bjorn, he resists your slashing,
Okay.
but takes double damage from radiant.
Oh.
Alright,
So I've been really making them feel bad.
Yes, that's why you killed it
Right.
like that.
Alright,
Also-
so,
Like-
Also,
So-
same. Sorry, Brian, but same thing as before. And Riven, you will now see it too. The writhing of the rune that Oak had pointed you to, though you might not have paid much attention.
Didn't.
It will move separately from how the body of the creature moves.
do I see this sigil?
From your distance, make perception.
Nope.
Nope, not with a 5 you won't.
Okay. Well, in that case, I am not going to waste my time with anything that features attack roll, simply because my bonuses aren't usually all that great. Well, you know what? Since I'm not suffering from a disadvantage anymore, I guess I will just lean on Old Faithful with a duo of Eldritch Blasts.
Yep.
So, do I still have the Bless benefit, or is that gone?
You do still have it, because
Okay.
Bjorn didn't take enough damage to... He didn't take any more
All right.
damage after the initial. Yeah, so you hit it.
Alright. Alright, and the second...
Nope.
Okay, so just one. It's 11 points of damage. Alright,
Alright.
I guess I'll close out my turn by pulling out the Sickle of Slaughter, looking at it, and being like, maybe I'll get a chance to use you. Probably not. And that'll be my turn.
Alrighty. Hollis.
Commit war crimes, puppy.
Well, apparently we don't do a lot of damage. So, we go here.
Yep.
And do your freaking save.
Oh yeah.
That's funny. No.
Okay.
It's gonna come up here and end her turn.
Had a dash to get there.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, this thing is in a bad spot. Its friends are gone, and you guys are surrounding it, so it's gonna try to get the heck out of Dodge, because it can do that.
Can I smack it?
Everybody
We all
can
smack it.
Everybody can smack it. It's gonna try to run out.
27 to hit.
Yep.
15 to hit. And then Riven. Plus 14.
Yeah.
Can we just take the legs out from under it?
I mean, with that amount of damage all at once, and because I don't want you guys to just lose the chance to actually defeat the thing, yeah, it kind of trips. It's four-legged. I'm gonna give it a kind of a acrobatics, I guess, to see if it can
Dexter. Yeah.
sort of stick the landing, I suppose, if you will, or keep itself on its feet.
And it has 4 feet, so it has to make 4 different saves.
No.
Oh.
And it did roll a 15, so it sort of keeps itself on its feet, and it does it have the distance? I think, yeah, yeah. So into the lake it goes. Whoosh, whoosh.
Da 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 da.
Why were we this close to the lake if we moved away?
There would be
The lake
more,
followed us too.
there would be more distance on this map. I just didn't have it shown on the screen because that'd have been a large map. That was too large a map for not my computer, but for Roll20, because I tried to make the map bigger and Roll20 complained. So yeah, combat over. Hooray!
Locke will put away his sickle and loudly declare, "Alright, would someone like to explain to me the fuck
I don't know. Can we
were
go?
those?"
Look, we got woken up. Can we please go back to bed?
Gad snaps out of the rage and realizes he's covered in, like, kelpy viscera and is just like, bleh.
Yeah, what's the smell
you go
like
take
on
a
that?
bath. Yeah, how about you go take a bath in the water?
Okay. And he starts walking towards the lake.
No.
Cat,
No.
the kelpie that thing just went in there.
Yeah, obviously I wouldn't do that.
Anyway,
Do I have a spell that can help with that? No? Okay. I'll just like
Only
cast
somebody could produce an infinite amount of clean water.
I'll just cast Mage Hand and start wiping you down.
Awkwardly-
We could actually see the hand this time.
Yeah.
you don't have your endless.
Awkwardly petting the elephant. Ah, ah.
I am Mage Handing the elephant.
Please
We
don't.
could use my infinite ale skin to rinse off the gore.
Well,
It would replace one odor with one that Bjorn likes a lot more.
Indeed.
yeah, that's
Look.
not a.
Look, let's just go far from this place, get our rest again, and then continue on.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Sure.
Yep.
I got called pretty by a freaking creature. That's
Is that actually said out loud?
Yeah.
It's tight.
Okay.
Locke will raise an eyebrow, but will not question it.
Ugh.
Because he's smarter than that.
Okay. So we go back to camp.
The
The charge happened just before, essentially before what would account for Locke's watch. Locke and Cad's. So, and you roll perception checks all at once last time for that. So I'm just going to account for it here. And there's definitely not any other weirdness that's going on with you guys after that. So you would successfully get the rest of your long rest. You might be a little bit later getting out of camp to continue onward tomorrow, but you're still good.
I got the spell slots.
Yes.
Woo!
You would get those back regardless.
Yes.
And then Bjorn and Cad will heal, because they're the only ones that took damage.
Yay!
And Riven. Riven took damage.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Oh, right, you did. I missed that.
My
They didn't
honor
get-
class thing doesn't proc.
Right. So you rest, get some sleep. Next morning comes and you begin to continue your trek onward. The plan is to go to Fumach, I believe,
Yeah.
after a couple of days. And you have made it. Hooray.
Hey,
To this town
Yay.
map that I still have access to. Boop.
go get your shit.
Some goodness.
Yep, I'm just beelining for the magic woman.
Not going to stop by
Yeah.
Gabriel's or anything, just going straight to her.
We're not stocking up on donuts.
We're set on that front for a good while yet.
I think we still have like 78 left, right?
Yeah.
It's
More than
something.
that, probably.
Probably.
Jesus Christ, how long are these donuts gonna stay good to eat?
I
Yes,
really
you
doubt they
say.
are good to eat.
They gotta be stale as shit.
Like,
Yeah.
we
It's
keep a
been-
bag of
We have-
clothing, so like they
I want to say it's
They're not gonna stay infinite good.
in game since we got those.
Yes. They're probably stale.
Okay. So,
So as I recall, the thing I'm wanting to get is the Sunset Shimmer books, right?
yes,
Right.
essentially.
Because that is such a cool concept that I have stolen judiciously.
Did you say 2 or 3? I thought it was 3 of them.
Three.
Just the Sunset Shimmer books. Write in one, text appears in the others.
So you will eventually make your way to.
Did you just make a messaging?
Basically, yeah.
Jeez.
So you will make your way to Ulara.
Woo!
And arriving to her place, it looks. I don't have a map for her place because I got rid of that map, but it's fine. She.
Is it ransacked?
No. It's just very different from what it used to be, because it used to be the ruins of a church. And by the time you guys have made it back to her this time, because it's been a while, the ruins have all been.
I thought it was a crypt that she was staying in.
I
It
mean,
was like a. It was like an
All I
old
know
like
was-
secretive temple.
I thought, yeah, it was like there was a stairway next to a statue that went down, and there was like other rooms.
Yeah. All the obvious religious church aspects that were on the upper section of where she was, because it was a ruins of a church that then had a crypt. Yes, it was a crypt. You are correct. All of that has been moved and has been sort of cleared out. And you will see that she has a automaton that you had seen previously, some of you. I'm not entirely sure if Riven's been here or not.
Nope.
Nope.
I think Bjorn did go here because he asked for the endless water.
That's right.
Right.
So
But
yeah,
it can't serve endless
everyone's
water.
been here other than Riven. Which, because of the whole bit of Hollis not being able to fit through doors, I don't think Hollis can go downstairs.
Nope.
So yeah, cleared out. There is a robot automaton thing that is still sort of acting as sentry and helping move things around. You will see it moving obvious bits of what used to be a crypt away from the areas down below as you guys are coming up. And it will simply give a wave toward you as you approach.
Wave in response.
What's the name?
I don't know.
You never asked. You don't know.
Yeah, I have no fucking clue.
Okay.
So, following that, does everyone go downstairs?
Might as well. If that's where the
Yeah.
stuff is.
Other than Hollis.
No reason not to.
He's
Yeah, Hollis is probably just whining at the door.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't. Stop.
Okay. Sorry.
So, I feel like he would have separation anxiety, so I don't think he does it that much. But plus he's kind of used to this. There's buildings he can't enter because he's big. So you go downstairs. You'll find your way through Ulara to Ulara's place. Those of you that have been here before notice it has been remodeled a little bit to look less like a crypt and more like a lab.
Fitting. She is an artificer.
She sort of looks up and is like, "Oh, well, hello.
Hey.
Your group has changed, but okay. Anyway,
Your home has changed.
I mean, fair. And I do have the stuff that you had asked me to make. Give me a moment." And she sort of has to look through her amass of stuff that she clearly does not organize.
Now, is it a lab? Like, with scientific things?
It does look sort of sciencey, yes.
Riven is confused, like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. And there's lots of metalworking and
fuck?
machine.
The fuck is in the air?
There's lots of. So, do you actually look around and like walk around?
Yes, she's like looking around and stuff, and probably goes and starts to touch something that she's probably not supposed to touch.
Yeah. You will find that there is a little. It looks. Riven wouldn't know what it is really. It's just a little metal, almost like a stick. It's technically a wrench, but Riven doesn't necessarily know that. And as you get close and you sort of touch it and tap at it, it will glow softly and hum a soft little tune. Yeah, like that.
Wait, is this? Wasn't there a whole bunch of different weapons out of character? Wasn't there a whole bunch of different weapons that does like weird musical tune things?
Yes, you found those here.
That's what I thought. Okay.
So
The hell is singing?
Don't touch that. That's mine. Give me that. Ulara will grab it and stops glowing and jump up. Don't do that. No touchy.
Don't do. No.
Who are you?
The
Wait a
fuck?
minute.
Who are you?
Okay. I real quickly go through introductions. Riven, this is an enchanter we've come across who we sometimes work with. I am immediately forgetting her name for some reason.
We've said it several times already. Ulara.
Okay, for some reason I wanted to say that, but for some reason my brain was like, "No, you idiot! That's the name of the prostitute."
Their names are very close.
So, Okay, and Ulara, this is Riven, an old friend of ours from ways back. We went our separate ways for a while, but we're linked back up.
So what happened to your other friend?
Bad things. Let's leave it at that for now.
Gotcha. Okay, well, I have the books that you wanted, and she just sort of moves and like reaches into a small little pouch and pulls out all three from the one small pouch, a set of 3 what effectively are notebooks, and sets them in your hands. Like, here you go.
Great. Thank you. I'll be sure to get these to the people who need them in good time. I owe you.
Yeah. And you, she points to Bjorn, you wanted a endless water in dechanter.
Yes, I did.
Okay. That was relatively easy. And she will reach into the very same pouch that had the books. That's just a tiny little pouch, barely big enough for her hand. Blink. There you are.
Wait, I thought you already have one.
No, I have a decanter of endless ale. Now I have a decanter of endless water, which means I can also create endless grog.
This is a very happy man.
I have such a range of options before me now.
Yeah? Yeah, you do.
Right.
And if I make enough grog, I can sell to the Navy.
So she will now turn to Cad for... She'll turn to Cad briefly and goes, and who gave him a thing of endless ale too?
I think we just looted it off some people we killed or something.
Yeah.
I think it was the genie.
Sheep.
It was.
It was someone somewhere.
Yeah.
And now for your turn, and she points to Cad. This one was weird. I don't know what to make of this one. You had asked me to see if I could find anything to do for the, like, shards of glass dust that you had. This was rather tricky. I wasn't entirely sure what to do with this. In order to fashion the glass into something, I had to kind of melt it down, and there's only one specific spot in this crypt that could make an effective forge, and it's a rather small one. So, I'm glad that what I ended up making is still relatively small. And she will hand to you a little, essentially a glass amulet. It's very pretty. It's very pretty. When you, even in the like candlelight and the low torchlight of this room, you sort of spin it and it does that whole prism light thing. I've been trying to identify it to figure out like what kind of magic it would actually do, but it's very weird. Where did you get the glass again?
Isn't that from that like teleporting church that attacked us?
Yes.
Teleporting school. Yes.
We've had entire like establishments come and teleport after us, so it's not that weird to say that a lake could follow us too. But yeah, it was from Glass Golem from School 3.
All right. What do you guys want to tell Ulara about that? All that you know, or are you going to sort of keep some of that away? Because she's vaguely curious, but she doesn't want to pry.
I mean, if it'll help us identify what the hell it is the elephant is holding, I say we clue her in.
Yeah.
Okay.
For all we know, we could have a nuclear time bomb just sitting in our hands, and well, we don't have the expert be clued in to verify that. Who fucking knows what could happen?
Okay. So in that case, I think this amulet will do different things based on who it is that's attuned to it. It's very weird. I attuned to it briefly, and then it was very strange. But yeah. I think it will vary a little bit based on who is messing with it. So, might want to be careful with that one.
Okay.
So do we want to just take turns attuning to it over the course of the next few days of our trip and see who has the most beneficial effect?
Sounds good to me.
Alright.
It wouldn't be over the next couple. It would not necessarily be over the next couple days, technically, because attuning to something, you can have something that's attuned to someone else be attuned by someone else. It just breaks it from the first person.
And how long does attunement take?
An hour.
It should have been a short rest.
It's a short rest.
Sure. Then I guess we could just pass it amongst ourselves the next time we make camp or stop to rest.
Yeah.
Sure.
Effectively. And then she's like, "Oh, and before I forget, your dad did pass through and was making his way to Yukiege, but his friend, I guess, Alex, is staying here."
I don't care about Alex.
Well, fair enough. It's just
Alex is the really high and mighty one, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't care about him.
Yeah, he's the high and mighty cleric.
He is currently staying here because he wanted to be potential. I had asked him to stay behind so that I could potentially have a way to speak to all of you, because, I can't do sending. But he can. So I asked him to sort of hang around here. And your what was his name? Gabriel. Gabriel at the old inn is letting him stay there for a little while, I guess. Probably based on how you're reacting to his personality, probably not for very long for free. But either way, so you have that.
We go over there and see him get thrown out the door.
So from there, you guys have all of your gear. Cad, you can add to your inventory if you want to just call it Strange Glass Amulet.
Already did.
Good enough. So, and then as you're starting to make your way to leave, she will stop and look at Riven and be like, "Anything you require?"
No.
I make magical gear. It's what I do. Just offering.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, you guys will make your way away from there. Ulara, as you guys are walking away, she will grab her wrench and start messing with it. And it does that whole sort of whistle while you work thing, but she's not actually having to whisper or whistle because the wrench is doing it for her.
Nice.
Do you stay in Fumach for any length of time? It's fairly late in the day by the time you're here.
Stay the night and then wander on?
Sure.
Okay.
I got no objectives for that plan.
You could theoretically, since you're staying here the night, do the whole amulet trade-off thing in a safer place in town rather than out in the middle of the wilderness somewhere.
Right.
What's the worst that can happen?
It could turn one of us into a psychotic killer.
That would be unfortunate. Luckily, we've dealt with that before, Cad. So, the order in which we will attune to the thing to figure out what it does for each of us is Bjorn, Cad, myself, Oak, and Riven.
Yep.
Alrighty. So, Bjorn, you are attuning first?
Yes, and I'm very pleased.
Bjorn equips it. Doodle doo 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 doo. Wait, go ahead.
So, yeah, for Bjorn, it's relatively, easy, for me to discern specifically what it is. We never really established the look of Bjorn's holy symbol as a paladin.
No.
He sort of was a more free-form sort of paladin.
Yeah.
Is there any symbol that Bjorn associated with, like, his focus? Since it would have some form of symbol to it, it just, as a freeform paladin, it's something that you really chose to focus on. Maybe a symbol for your clan, or former clan, or perhaps a symbol for your village, maybe. It takes a moment, but whatever sort of symbol is key to Bjorn's mind, and you will see that start to form on the amulet.
Interesting.
Is it like a backup holy symbol for him?
You're distant. Second.
Well,
Yeah, because I was on the floor. Is it like a backup holy symbol?
At first it seems to do that, but as you are sort of messing with it, Bjorn, you will see that in the soft, like, candlelight of the, like, inn room that all of you are in, Bjorn will start to give off ever so soft glow.
Bjorn himself?
Bjorn himself is glowing.
This sounds fun. As long as it's not bad, I don't think any of us will ever get to use it. It's like, hey baby, have you ever seen someone who can fly and glow?
You push a button and you light up like a Christmas tree.
So, given that I am apparently glowing, do I feel weird at all?
Not really.
I don't trust that. Bjorn quickly pulls the amulet off and passes it to Kadruil. Here.
Hold on.
Yes?
I poke him.
You have successfully poked Bjorn. Good job.
Nothing happened?
I cast.
Does he feel weird?
I
He
cast
feels like
detect
Bjorn.
magic.
It's me.
Yeah, I cast detect magic on him.
It's very peculiar.
He seems to be, what is it? What would it be? Yeah, he has an extremely soft, evocation aura.
Huh.
Very, very, very soft.
Is evocation the school of, like...
That's blowing shit up.
Bats and... Huh?
It's blowing shit up. Evocation is blowing shit up.
Oh, try to do what Locke does.
What?
He makes his eyes glow. He casts Eldritch Blast.
Do that. Try that.
I'll
See if you can do
I'll
it.
summon a minor illusion of a floating bullseye target on the far edge of the room against one of the walls.
Ding. Point at it and go pew pew.
Okay. Alright. Bjorn will attempt to cast
plan, but I love it.
Eldritch Blast against the illusion.
Yeah, no.
Doesn't have
Okay.
a hole.
Water does not shoot from your hands.
Aw, or mead, or ale, or...
But it could.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Just reach into my pockets, pull out one decanter in either hand.
Like, Bjorn, you're making the best. Bjorn.
Alright.
Okay, so
Well, if we can't figure it out, we can always run it by my mother. She's a wizard. She might be able to deduce what's going on. But let's see if we can figure it out ourselves first. Make ourselves feel good about ourselves.
before I take the amulet off, Bjorn is going to punch the exterior wall.
Okay. Roll an attack roll.
So
There's now an additional entry, an exit point.
19 to hit the wall.
I mean, it's a stationary wall. It's a stationary object. It's not hard to hit. You have successfully punched a wall.
Hit me.
Hit you.
Hit me.
Do I have potions of healing?
Bjorn shrugs, rolls his shoulders, and he swings.
Are you swinging with your hand or your weapon?
Hand.
Okay. Roll an attack roll.
Not. Yeah. 14.
No, but that +8, if that +8 doesn't
Yeah.
add to it. So that's a miss.
Granted, she's not trying to dodge, though.
No, she's not, so you would have advantage.
Pretty sure you would just hit automatically, frankly.
Or that too.
Probably. It's like, ha ha ha, you rolled bad.
Alright.
Roll
take a
another
point of
attack roll,
damage?
sure. Roll another attack roll, sure. We'll say you have
Okay.
advantage.
Here we go.
Yeah, okay. So...
Anything special?
Nope.
Yeah, it was like, do you want me to punch you?
You hit like a sissy.
You say that to Bjorn?
Yes!
Oh no.
Bjorn was halfway through extending the decanter of ale towards you as apology, but now he pulls it back.
Okay,
Would you like me
I have
to
an idea.
punch you?
I have an idea. I'll grab
Yes.
Bjorn by the arm and take him outside where we won't hurt anyone.
Okay.
And I'll see if I can find like a little stump of a tree, like a little tree stump or something anywhere nearby.
It should be noted, it's rather late in the day, and as you step outside with Bjorn, it becomes immediately apparent. Bjorn, your goggles of the night are all but useless. You have light around you, always.
So he's just constantly radiating light.
It's not, it's like a soft, like maybe 5 feet away from you. It's not super far, but you got some radiating light.
Wait, who can't see
Cad.
in the
And
dark?
Oak. Cad and
Yeah.
Oak.
Okay. One of you two.
I can
Well,
just
and it,
see now.
I'm still just trying to like test one last thing because like I'm halfway convinced that this evocation aura is damage based somehow. So, and you asked earlier if he was using his weapon or his fist, so that got me thinking. So, is there like a tree stump somewhere nearby?
Yeah, sure.
All right, then I will reach into my long abandoned dust covered component pouch because I haven't had to use that ever since I got that crystal, and I will pull out a jar of molasses. And I'll set it down on the tree stump. And then I'll turn to Bjorn and I'll say, Gimli this shit. Hit it with your sword. Let's see if something fun happens.
Alright.
His sword is now sticky.
No, that's the worst possible outcome of this.
Is it just the light cantrip?
It might be.
That would be frickin' hilarious.
It would be hilarious and absolutely useless.
Alright, that's a 27 to hit the jar of molasses.
I'm pretty sure you hit a jar of molasses with an attack
Yeah.
roll of 27.
10 points of damage.
Shatters.
Yeah.
Your sword is now molasses flavored? I'm sure the next enemy would enjoy that.
Actually, no, it's not. The jar is shattered, though.
So I'm paying very close attention to the sword as this is happening. Does it do anything funky?
Roll for me Arcana.
Good, I actually have points in that. Arcana. 23!
Okay, so you're watching very closely. When he pulls his slashes through, let me double check something
What?
right quick. When he slashes through with his sword, the soft glow that's around him is also around his sword. And you see that his sword does not come away sticky because his sword ever so softly repels the molasses away from it. so that it doesn't become sticky.
Huh. And I will point this out to him.
Well, that's damned odd.
I'm gonna go hit him.
No, God, okay.
Bjorn
Asked
protests.
permission and never got an answer, so I never hit him.
My question is, in gameplay terms, what does that mean?
Can
You can try to hit him if you want.
21?
That'll definitely hit him.
Yes.
Are you using the axes?
7.
You deal 7 damage to him. Good job.
Aww.
I mean, assuming you're actually hitting him with your axes.
I am.
Locke is going to put himself between these two.
What?
I think
You just said it repelled! So I figured if I attack him, I would be repelled. I got repelled by that one weird dude. Science!
Riven.
This is not science, this is barbarism.
Riven.
Bjorn pulls
What?
out his decanter of endless water and aims it at Riven.
What?
As this is happening, Riven, you hear in your head, "Are you turning on your friends?"
No, we're just seeing what this thing is doing.
It's like, hit again, hit harder, do it.
No.
I want to start a fight.
So, what are you doing with your water?
Hold on.
That's the thing, is it a propelling water?
I have to paste this part because it gives you 3 options for how you can do this.
Ha!
And that's the one I'm doing.
30 gallons of glowing holy water.
Get a
Riven, make
30-foot
strength-
long knife.
Riven, make a strength save.
No.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. You get splashed with a bunch of water.
Does any of the water fall on the sword's blade?
What, Bjorn's sword? No.
Oh.
Or her sword. Her sword, probably. His sword, no.
Bjorn's.
Or her axes, rather. Yeah.
Yeah.
The water
Fair
doesn't
enough.
touch. The water doesn't touch his sword. It tries, but it doesn't get on it at all. Just nope.
I will, Bjorn, do you mind if I do a thing?
Yes, by all means.
I'm going to reach out and see if I can grab the blade of the sword. Carefully, so as to not cut myself.
Are you you're grabbing the blade?
Yeah, like carefully, like half swording grip. Gonna try and do something like that, so I don't cut myself.
And you're doing so carefully.
Yeah, like I'm not. Let's like, look, Locke is a scrawny puke, and swords are sharp. All right, I don't want to lose a hand.
Okay. Yeah. When your hand wraps around it, it's almost like the resistance of a magnet. You can't grab the blade.
Huh. All right. So this thing definitely has a lot of resistance. Your sword seems to be repelling whatever gets close. I can't grab it. I'm trying. I would assume that just makes your attacks hit harder, personally.
I was thinking about that. But if the blade can't touch you, it can't cut you.
You shattered that jar of molasses pretty good.
I attempted to stab the earth.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Just there we go.
Is it like a normal stab, or does it like shove everything out of the way?
No, it.
So now
it'll
there's
stab.
Fumach A and Fumach B.
It'll stab. It's fine.
Just regular. Okay.
Yep.
I
I will
would
give you. I will give you the specifics since more of it has been discovered. You have basically what the sword now has for you is you have effectively the light cantrip existing on you at all times, and your sword has gives you your sword has basically advantage to resist disarm.
Oh, interesting.
You will not lose your sword.
Interesting.
Well, you're quote unquote have an easier time keeping your sword with the amulet.
Well, that's not terribly shabby.
Nice. Okay. I'm writing these down as we're figuring them out, by the way, so.
Oh yeah, do that.
Cool.
Might be smart.
Hey, Brian, is that quote going on the out of context?
I've already submitted 2 from this session already.
Mhm.
Like the first one was like, our strategy is simple. He bites, I axe. I like your plan. I like you. Or something to that effect.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, next up is Cad.
I hold it and look at it, and so this thing gives me a holy symbol.
It gave me one, among other things. But who knows?
So after a bit, it will take an hour for Cad to attune to it. And once the attunement is complete, 2 immediate things will happen that are obvious. 1, Bjorn quits glowing.
Aw.
And 2, Cad starts glowing.
No, actually.
Aw.
It does different things for all of us? Awesome.
That's what she said. That's
why we're doing
this.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I was exploring.
So, Cad, you looking over the amulet, as your focus comes onto it, the holy symbol presence that was Bjorn's, will shift and change, and you will see a butterfly
Yay!
wrapped in vines.
No.
Cool.
And
Just to clarify, it doesn't look like kelp vines around a butterfly, right?
no, it looks like vines.
Making sure.
And you will see Bjorn or a Cad. You immediately find that yourself that your senses are heightened. It's not super loud, but anything that anyone does seems ever so softly louder. Your effective advantages on perception checks is now for everything, not just smells.
That's cool.
That's nice.
That's really cool.
And your eyes are glowing. Your body's not, but your eyes are.
I'm perpetually casting detect magic.
No,
Cool.
no.
What color are his eyes glowing?
Can he see in the dark?
You are. If you guys stayed outside, you are currently outside. And no, you can't stay in the
Yeah.
dark. You can't see in the dark, Cad.
Oh.
Um,
I just randomly have flashlight eyes.
roll me Arcana, Locke.
18 on Arcana.
That's good enough. Cad's eyes are glowing in a very similar way to what happens when you cast Eyes of the Roomkeeper.
Oh, shit.
He can read everything.
So he can read all writing.
Yeah.
Okay. So the shit is specifically tailored to us, then. All right. And more in more specific ways. All right. Interesting.
Cool.
Well,
All
isn't
right.
it Locke's
It's
turn?
my turn then. Yeah.
Yep, it's your turn.
All right. I'll do it.
So Locke's or Cad's eyes stop glowing. And the holy symbol presence on the amulet will shift and change again. And it will match to the T. It will match Vindsvept's symbol that's on your book.
Oh, the eye. The spooky eye.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you, because this reference is fun, the amulet now fills you with determination.
Okay.
Because Undertale references are fun.
So you can save it checkpoints now.
You would not have any real way to mechanically test this, but Locke feels much more confident. You have advantage against fear.
Ooh.
It's also worth noting that within Bjorn's auras, you are immune to fear, so, but you have advantage against fear.
So I don't get any other benefits aside from that?
Aside from your Ambinsman symbol, you have advantage against fear, and it will also give you advantage on Arcana checks.
Ooh.
Yep.
Nice. Nice.
It gives him a backbone.
It does, yes.
Even though I found my backbone a long time ago.
Alrighty. It ensnared in vines, not chains, by the way, for cads.
My bad.
And anyone who takes a look at it, you guys are immediately reminded of especially you, Bjorn. It looks almost subtly different, but almost identical to the symbol that was on the Kelpies for cads.
That raises a fair many questions.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does. Yes, it does.
I'm secretly a kelp horse.
Oh, jeez.
Beyond that, next person getting it.
He's the final boss. It's Riven.
Tis Riven.
I thought it was
Oak
next.
Oh yeah, it's Oak.
Yeah.
Oak is next.
Oak is next. So Oak will hold it for a while, and it will shift to effectively match his holy symbol, the oak leaf. And he sort of looks around. Okay, that's weird.
What did you do?
So Locke, how much do you know about this town?
Well, out of character, I had to get it from my setups for this. Locke lived in this town for like several months, right? So
Yeah.
Locke would know a fair bit. I didn't write any of that down other than the fact that I worked at the inn. So what would I know?
Right. This town was a lot like a sort of transit spot. A lot of people would pass through this town, especially people delivering things. It was an easier path, and lots of people would use the lake to sort of freshen up and all that other sort of stuff, assuming that they didn't have to deal with kelpies. And it was a sort of a town that a lot of people passed through. And like you would know effectively that not a lot of the people that stayed here for very long.
Okay.
And Oak's sort of like, well, there is at least 2 or 3 people here that are Fae.
Huh.
Oh, great. It gives him plus 30 perception.
Oh.
No. It gives Oak effectively a paladin's divine sense.
Oh.
And then he sort of touches at the amulet, and for those of you who have seen Steven Universe, or at least clips of it, he now has a staff out of nowhere. Just
Huh.
well, that's cool.
What's that?
Getting
What is that?
fancy on us.
I'm gonna detect magic on that.
I don't know what the spell
Yes.
school for it. I don't know what the spell
Yes,
for
it is in fact.
I don't know what the spell school for it is, and I'm not going to look it up. But effectively, he has a auto cast of spiritual weapon.
Oh, okay.
All right. And
Divine-
last but not least, Riven.
Divine sense,
Woo!
divine sense, and spiritual weapon. Okay.
Okay. Last up is Riven.
Okay. So Riven,
Yes.
Quick question. Is Riven still even remotely associated with, like, internally with Myleki? Because she's still hanging out with the cow?
I sent you a counter question.
The answer would be yes. So is Riven more focused on that than on Myleki?
Yes.
Okay.
Because she is curious.
So, the glyph, or the rune carving on it will change. And it will take on the presence of what looks a bit like a, castle wall or a bastion of sorts, wrapped in chains.
Oh,
And the chains will sort of crisscross, and there's a very ominous skull. So it's almost like a castle wall with a skull and crossbones on it, but the bones are chains.
Cool.
Okay.
And having achieved that, Riven,
Yes?
you guys are currently outside still? Or did you guys wander in eventually?
Oh.
Outside.
Still outside. Riven, you will hear... I really wish I knew what was going on over there. It's so confusing when they do things like this.
Huh?
She's just like looking around. Does she see anyone looking at them?
You don't see anyone looking at them? Give me a perception check. Not gonna be hard. 16.
16?
The voice came from Hollis.
What?
Yeah.
No, she's in the character and she just like looks at Hollis and go like, what?
What?
Speak with animals.
What? What did you say? What?
He tilts his head at you. And you guys, the rest of you, you hear Riven barking.
Locke is going to slowly reach for his robe. And is going to awaken mine to Riven. You okay over there?
Yeah, Hollis just talked. You didn't hear that?
No, but you're barking.
No, I'm speaking like I normally do.
We're hearing barking.
What? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not kidding with you. All I'm hearing from you is out loud barking, like you've turned into a dog.
And I'm just in here asking Hollis, asking him what?
Wait. Why can't I
understand you?
He will, assuming this is part of Hollis's personality as we've established, he will, like, tackle you in a hug. Just, meh.
Ah!
Just like pin Riven to the ground and just slobbery licks.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, okay, off. Get off, get off.
Yes, okay, sorry.
Sit.
He will sit.
Okay, so I can speak with Hollis.
Do you turn to the others to say that?
Yes.
Okay. You will turn to as you turn to look, and you are now speaking, and you guys can understand her. And she says, I can now talk to Hollis.
That is awesome. Can you talk to other animals?
I don't know.
Huh.
What else can this thing do?
I mean, we've pretty much run through all of us, so... Who knows?
It is worth noting that they gave each of you at least 2 things.
Yeah, so far, all I know that I can talk to animals. What is this other thing?
You don't know. You'd have to figure out a way to test it.
Yeah.
It should be worth
Detect
noting
magic.
that your weapons are not glowing.
Okay.
Detect magic?
Yes.
The amulet, more than Riven specifically, is giving off a soft divination aura.
Well, that aligns with speaking with animals.
Mm-hmm.
She becomes a super tracker.
I will sort of give Riven a look and be like, "Can you read my mind?" And I say that out loud.
Can I read his mind?
No.
Why are you looking at me like that? What? What is it?
Okay. I gesture at my glowing eyes. I'm doing the thing that lets me see magic auras, and the aura that the amulet is currently letting off from you is divination-based, which we discussed earlier as knowing things, which would explain how you're talking to the dog, but I'm wondering if it has some other effect, which is why I asked if you could read my mind. That would fall under
Bjorn,
divination
hit
as well.
me.
What?
Closer.
Bjorn swings.
Bjorn, payback.
You're going to swing?
Yeah, he's down.
Alright.
Fair game, since I
Roll,
hit him.
roll an attack roll.
Not with the sword.
Not with the sword. Okay, so you'll swing and you'll hit Riven with your fist, dealing strength-based damage. Riven, you are immediately aware. You don't know why, but you now know that no matter where Bjorn goes, you know where he is. You have auto hunter's mark.
So when struck by an enemy, she automatically gets Hunter's Mark on them?
When threatened by an enemy, she will get hunter's mark on them.
Is Hunter's Mark normally one target at a time?
It
Yes,
is.
and now I am wondering if I cast Hunter's Mark, do I get 2?
If hunter's mark is concentration, you are not
Yes.
concentrating on it. Therefore, yes, you could get 2, but you cannot control this one.
Oh, that's fine.
If something else hits you while you're concentrating on one, it will auto go to that one.
Oh,
So-
this is also...
Mm-hmm. It's worth noting, Riven's not necessarily all about perception. Cad was not far off. She's a super tracker.
Huh.
I can hunt you down.
Okay, so, to recap, our new superpowers. When Bjorn wears it, he automatically has the light cantrip on him, and he has advantage against having his weapon removed from him by other parties. When Cad wears it, he has permanent advantage on all perception checks, his eyes glow, and he can read all writing. When I wear it, I grow a backbone, and I get better at magic. When Oak wears it, he gains a paladin's divine sense and automatically gets a spiritual weapon, and when Riven wears it, she can talk to animals, and when threatened, she will gain Hunter's Mark on them.
Yep.
So we should probably create a handout in Roll20 so that we can just have this readily available.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Wait, we got more people to go try this on.
Silver, yeah! Silver would be the next one.
What would Silver get? Because I doubt she'll ever touch this.
We don't know.
We never know.
So, and also worth noting that if it's functionally tied to class, Riven may lose. You wouldn't know this, of course, but if Riven suddenly gets equal or more levels in another class besides Ranger, she might lose Auto Hunter's Mark.
Oh, okay.
Get something else in its place. Interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
Yay
Yay for multi-class bullshit.
What it does effectively is what it cares about is class and what you care about. It focuses big on those two elements and those two things.
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm. And it ties.
I like that.
And it ties.
That is a very interesting.
And it ties directly into whatever symbol is permeant and specific to that particular person, if they have one. If they don't have one, it finds one. So yeah. Anywho, who's going to attune to it to keep it for now?
Well, I think for a lot of these kind of feel very circumstantial. So I think for the moment, until like we're in more specific situations, just as a general sense, I feel like it would be best served on CAD because of the advantage and the being able to read everything. I can already do the reading everything, so having more than one person who can do that, who also just has really damn good perception all the time, would be a good boon, especially if for whatever reason Oak becomes unavailable.
Okay.
Yeah. So just like in general, so like just when we're in general transit, I feel like it would be best suited in Cad's hands.
Sure.
Cool. Alrighty. I am okay with this. That is a very good answer. Alright. So,
Logic.
See, the moral of the story is anytime you're like enshrouded with shrapnel of magical glass dust, always keep it.
Let's stop at the end. Let's just get some rooms and sleep.
The handy amulet of awesome. Okay.
I didn't actually have a name for it. I should have come up with one, but that's fine. So, yes, you will attune more specifically to Cad, and then you will all get some rest again. And... actually, yeah, I like that. Cool.
Yeah, let's call it the omelet.
Alright.
So,
Why does that make me think of breakfast?
Omelet!
You know,
Omelet! The cheese! Danish!
Alright, anyway. So,
And it has 4 materia slots. Sorry, go ahead.
Materia slots? Dude, this ain't Final Fantasy.
it could be.
We
So,
have a
yes.
game system for that.
Oh my god, I swear. Oh, no, it's just...
you make your way, you get some rest, and no weird, crazy dreams or other such things. And yeah, the next morning comes, and you guys are free to begin making your way to Yukiege.
On the road again.
Yep, back to Yukiege.
Back home. Let's see what's new.
Going to Yukiege with the omelet.
Safe traveling group.
Oh, fuck, I just realized.
What?
mhm.
With Bjorn's decanter of infinite ale and my blanket of fortitude, we have the makings of a carnival bar. Like, we had the logistical problem with the idea of making a business out of the fucking, tent, because, like, like
The hot cocoa!
The cocoa disappears if you leave. But now we don't have that issue. We just need the cups. We just need cups. You pour ale and, like, here, like a couple copper. Here, have an ale.
Cad and Riven would be bouncers. Be like, what's the password? Opens the tattered tent door with this blanket fort and be like, go in.
It would be an interesting way to get some pocket change when we're staying in towns, at any rate.
Okay,
Yeah, but how would we
Yukiege.
advertise it?
Boop.
We should just do that all of the time, everywhere we go, and then we will always have money for the dragon.
I mean, the dragon's very needy. I don't think we're going to be making into, like, the double digits of platinum selling ale from a tent.
Brian, do you have any idea how much money bars make?
No, I
Um,
don't.
A lot.
Actually, thank you for the reminder.
I was gonna say.
Just before you got into Yukiege, Locke, you will receive a message again.
Ah, shit. Okay.
So I'm starting to wane in your pockets a little bit. Interesting. I'd be careful. How about we go,
It was 80 last time.
120 plat. And I'll still be nice and say that 20 of that platinum can be other things.
Oof. This is bad.
What?
Right. The mob boss
Time
just
limit.
called me.
Did you ask for a time limit?
I did. How long do we have on this one?
Or is it too late?
She doesn't
It's too
answer.
late, isn't it? It's too
Doesn't
late.
answer.
Nope.
Shit. Fuck.
You gotta remember.
I-
You gotta remember. Sending is only, no matter how much time you actually have. Sending is only I'm going to give you a thing and you're going to respond. In order for her to respond to your response, she has to cast sending again, and she doesn't. But now she has something to say to you should she require something of you later.
Okay. Well, I'm looking at the price of a typical gallon of ale. It's 2 silver a gallon, according to this.
A gallon?
Yeah, a mug, just a simple mug, is 4 copper. So,
I've been giving you
I mean,
ales
it's
for...
still considered. It's been considered a profit, so
Eh.
because
Okay,
you have
so-
everything. So
It would take some
Wait,
time, but you could do it if you wanted to do it that way.
it's a mug. We don't have mugs.
You can get mugs. You're in a town with a tavern.
But who's gonna?
yeah,
carry
the only
a
thing is
mug?
we'd need to tell them, like, yeah, just make sure you give us our mugs back. We only have so many of these.
What we need to do is acquire barrels. What we can use the barrels for is fill them up with ale and start selling to a tavern. Use the money we make from that to buy a larger number of barrels, fill them up, and just keep it going. And
I have a
eventually
question.
we will be the leading ale provider in the region.
I love
Yeah,
how
but
this is evolved into like
I have-
RTS commerce.
I have a question for you. How
Uh-huh.
good is that ale?
That's,
How
I mean,
good is
Bjorn
that ale?
loves it, but that is a good question.
How
And
good
a-
is that
a-
ale?
A wine, an infinite wine chanter or ale thing gives basic ale. It doesn't do any kind of fancy ale.
So, you know, it's the middle of the road. It's fine.
Okay, so
Gold
my
standard.
question. You did a geyser thing with your decanter of water. Can you do that with your decanter of ale?
Are we operating on the same rules?
I would imagine yes.
Let's
I have no
find
idea
out.
how that. I have
Point
no
the
idea how
decanter at Locke
Yes.
that. No.
and shout geyser.
Fuck.
Yes. Now you go walk into the library smelling like ale.
Okay, so we're like 10 feet outside of my mother's library, and then I just get blasted against the fucking door by a geyser of ale.
Yes.
You do get to make a strength save.
I'm not gonna bother. I'll fail.
It's 13, man. You can do it. I believe in you.
Roll
I,
strength.
your belief is misplaced, my friend.
Roll
Oh, that means
strength,
I'm doing
roll
1d4
strength.
damage.
Go
I did
ahead.
roll strength.
You got a 9.
What's
I
the
failed.
what's the requirements for it? 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 1d4 bludgeoning damage. And you prone.
Oh fuck.
And you're prone, yes.
Okay, so I can just imagine that it's like a case of just like Alessandra's just sitting there working on some magic thing or other, or maybe talking to Dad, and then all of a sudden there's just you hear from outside, "Fuck me!" A loud boom, and then like the cracking of glass, and everyone looks over, and Locke is just face planted up against the window, and the window is just like it's going through a car wash, but it's ale. Then he just slides down.
Riven is laughing.
Okay, so they are immediately coming to your aid. It's like, what?
I will roll over onto my back, and I will point at Bjorn, and I will loudly declare, "You're fired, ow!"
I joke.
Hey, Locke,
Hi.
make me a dexterity save.
Oh no. Now what?
Just do it.
It's your half sister.
16.
Okay, good. So your reflexes from like your battles out there in danger sense, you know, your reflexes, you see it happening, but you can't do anything about it because it's Bjorn doing it, and you're not strong enough to resist it, but you are quick enough to close your mouth and eyes. So that you don't, you know, end up drinking a geyser of ale. Because otherwise you might have made you need to make a con save or you would be sick
I d-
again.
I would be drowning.
Anyway, you're fine, mostly. And they come to your aid and they're like, what in the world is going on?
I will look up who all has come to my aid.
Oh, that's interesting. You have a female satyr that you haven't actually met. You only saw her in a dream. Your sister, or your half-sister, rather.
Okay.
Mom,
Oh,
Dad, and Jack, the little tiny satyr boy, who's very confused, but laughing because now you're all wet and sad.
I'm gonna just look at all of them for a minute, and I'm going to look to my mom, and then I'm going to look to Bjorn and point at Bjorn. Can you turn him into a frog?
Greetings, I bring free ale.
Turn him
Wisdom
into a frog.
save, Cad. Or wisdom save, Bjorn.
This is unfortunate. 16.
Let me bring up her sheet again. Hold on. Good thing it's in alphabetical order. Yeah, no. Ribbit, you're a frog.
Thank you.
Riven is just laughing. She's on the ground now.
Okay. I'll pick myself up. I smell bad.
Wait.
Oh.
Can I pick up the frog?
You can. Also, Locke,
Yes.
your dad sort of helped you dust yourself off as you stand up. You don't smell bad anymore. Prestidigitation.
Thank you. I will look at the frog. I was trying to come up with cool business ideas, and you do that. This is karma, bitch.
I rip it in his face.
I'll use Mage Hand to pick the frog up and hold him upside down.
You take him away from Riven. Oh no.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
So there's just now a frog just sort of slowly rotating in the air behind me everywhere I go for the duration of the transformation.
Sure. Alright. So, yeah.
I was trying to think, like, how could we use that in a business sense to make money?
I mean, that's still the plan.
But you didn't contribute to the conversation, you just shot me!
I heard him shout out free,
if we
free
could do
ale.
that too. So we found out. It's science.
I heard him shout out free
This
ale.
isn't science, this is barbarism!
The two are perhaps more closely related than you would like to believe at this time.
Stephen Hawking.
Anyway. Alright. So,
Anyway, Bjorn is still a frog.
Yes.
Locke, as you come inside and you are now clean, there's a brief little exchange from the two satyr folk, and you're getting tackle hooked by a jack. Yeah.
Oh, hey! Hey! How the heck are you there?
Who's this?
Who's that? Whoa, that dog is awesome.
Right, I keep forgetting. Okay,
Why? No, scary. I go over to like Hollis, and I sit there and I like kind of mush his mouth up a little bit to show his like teeth and be like scary.
oh, that's adorable. And just like
He
this,
turns and like starts licking your hand.
No. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Jack nods as you say "scary," and he's like, "Yeah. That's why I say he's awesome."
children. Anyway, I'll point at Riven.
We're supposed
The
to be
oblivious
yelling
one over
and
there is.
screaming and running away, but what?
I'll point. I'll jab a thumb back in Riven's direction while smiling at Jack. That is Riven, a good friend of mine, and kind of oblivious about a lot of things. It's very endearing. And then I will turn back to Riven and gesture to Jack. And this is Jack, a satyr kid we met in the Feywild, who, if I am recalling correctly, because it's been a hot minute, we helped get him out of a very dangerous situation with some, evil gnomes with red hats?
Red cap.
Yes, the red hat.
Red caps.
Yeah, red caps.
You saved his village after everybody in it already died, except for 3.
It's a way to make me feel like a hero, jackass.
I mean,
The thing is, it was the Fey Village version of Fumach.
Yeah.
And then we traveled up to the Feywild's Yukiege. And then teleported back in.
Yeah.
To Yukiege.
So he was supposed to stay in the Feywild Yukiege. And he did. Until his sister came by, and this is coming from Alessandra, and she's like, he was going to stay there, and then he heard that you were going to come to Yukiege, or going to, whenever she pushed thumb towards Frederick. When he came by and said that you were going to show up, and then Jill finally here to talk, she asked if Jack could come back briefly just to say hi again. He wanted to see you again.
Well, I'm charmed, kid. Nice to see you.
Yeah. And he sort of like pats at his cloak for a second. Darn! Got my crossbow. Because you're not supposed to have that, said Jill. It was really cool, though. Anyway, it's good to see you. Riven? Riven? Is that the name? Riven?
Yeah, that's her name.
Yes.
You're really cool, and your dog is cool.
Scary!
Same thing.
Rawr!
And scary. Yeah.
Yeah. Locke is going to turn to Frederick and all else around. Right, okay. So, I'll pull out the 3 books. I got them. They're not damaged by the ale explosion, are they?
No.
Okay.
So
So
are
I
you
will
gonna tell me about the ale explosion, as it were?
What?
Alessandra.
Can we have Bjorn back? I think he's getting sick as a frog.
No, this is karma. He deserves this. Let him suffer an endless torment for a little while longer. Anyway.
Bjorn, roll me a straight d20.
Oh no.
That's an even 10.
You are very, very dizzy as a frog.
Okay, I'll let him spin for a minute longer, and then I'll set him down and let Super Dizzy Frog figure out what the hell to do about his life decisions.
Just hop around and get runs into a wall.
Anyway.
So yeah, I'm gonna pass a copy of the book to Frederick and the other copy to Alessandra, and I will keep the 3rd copy for myself.
Okay. After a brief bit in exchange of books happening, Jill's like, and we should probably be heading back. The old crone is still waiting for us there, and time passes weird when you're here versus there. So let's go. Ah, fine.
Yeah. To mention, plain time is weird.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Now the funny thing is, this is an interesting point. Riven, you know that.
Yeah, I've never been to the Feywild.
And you've never been to the Feywild, but you know that.
Yep.
So, Jill's like, yeah, I know, you want to stay here, but we got other stuff to deal with, come on. And she sort of picks him up and holds him like, almost, not quite cradling him, like, think older sister carrying around their 5 or 6-year-old brother or something.
On a hip.
Yeah. And then she just, with her other free hand, she grasps a stone for a second, and then she's gone.
Okay, bye.
That was a fun little cameo.
So, and then Frederick's sort of looking over the book and is like, exactly how does this work?
Basically, what one of us writes in our copy will appear in both of the others. It allows immediate and pretty much however long distance we like communication at any given time, so long as we have ink and a pen to write with.
All right.
What was that?
Say something.
Yeah, your mic cut out there for a sec.
Oh no, I'm just sitting here laughing because I had a really weird thought in my head.
Oh, really?
Yeah, flirtatious text between your parents, and it shows up in your book. You just go like,
Remember,
ew.
this is the Everyone Family Discord server. Keep your ERP to your private chats.
Anyway,
I think they don't.
so moving on, Frederick's like, okay, so he will get out like a quill, and he will write in the book on the first page.
And I will check my copy.
Hi. Takes about a half a second, and then you both have hi.
Nice.
Well, that's cool.
And did it also appear in Mother's?
Oh yeah, you. I said you both in reference to the two of you.
Okay. All right. Sweet. So we should now be able to effectively communicate whensoever.
That's pretty cool.
That being said, near as I can tell, it doesn't notify you when new writing has appeared, I don't think, so be sure to check it routinely. And it would probably be a good idea when you write something down to at least put a date next to it, maybe a time of a clock if you have something like that readily accessible, just so that we know what time, when, where, etc.
Your mom sort of smiles at that, and she's like, she sort of looks to the two of you and goes, just put relative position of the sun. I'll follow up with what time it is. And you recall, in thinking about that, your mom was always really good at telling what time it was.
Oh yeah, she's got keen mind, doesn't she?
She does.
Nice.
So, yeah, that'll work. You will effectively have timestamps. It'll take an extra bit of writing, but you'll effectively have timestamps.
All right, so we have this means of communication. My question is, mechanically speaking, how are we going to handle that? Are we just going to say we pull the book out and check it, or do we actually want to have like a handout that has the full log of communication in it?
I'll figure that out later. For now, we'll stick to you checking it routinely. If anything interesting appears in the book that we need to keep track of, and we want to start keeping track of dates, I might make a handout for that.
All right.
But yeah, so following that, I think I have the perfect thing to end the session on, and that will simply be your half sister speaking up and going, looking to your dad and to everyone of the family here. I'm not sure if we want the story to be told to everyone else, but I am very curious. You are going to tell us about your other adventuring parties, right? Bearing in mind that briefly Vanya had met Sarlith, and knowing that there's some weird stories going on between the former party that Frederick was a part of. And this would of course remind Locke fairly easily that you guys also met Tree.
Oh yeah, we met Tree.
And the captain lady?
You don't necessarily know that part.
Okay.
Yeah, Locke doesn't know that part. You bumped into them, I didn't. But we met Tree. Locke talked with Tree. Locke is the one after... Yeah, Locke is the one after... Yeah.
There's a message for your dad.
What was it again?
He owes her 9 gold.
Yeah, I'll turn to Dad and be like, oh yeah, by the way, Tree says you owe her 9 gold.
Fine. Have to work my way down there.
And I, for one, would very much like to know the story behind that myself. You've traveled with some weird people, you know that?
You don't know the half of it. Insane.
I was about to say, I dare say I do know half of it. I came half from you.
Anyway. Alrighty, good enough. I think that is where I will call the session then. That was rather fun. Minus the
Yeah, I
hassle
like
of the
that.
combat fire.
Bjorn is still a frog.
And
Bjorn is still a frog.
I imagine like the scene just goes black and all of a sudden just this frog hopping around.
No, the screen slowly fades to black as people are chuckling and laughing, and then there's like a couple seconds of silence, and then just really loud and reverberating as if far in the distance, but godlike you just hear a single low ribbit, just echoing for a few seconds. And then the credits start rolling.
Bjorn,
Yes.
can you roll something and add... you're not adding, you're subtracting. 1d20 minus 5.
Which I like.
Okay, so you did actually fairly well. We will end the clip with a soft reverberating ribbit, and if you had rolled lower than that with the minus 5, I'd have had Bjorn trying to climb on something and keep falling. It's like he was trying to get into a chair and couldn't jump high enough.
Want to relax.
Oh
man.
But yeah, it was actually an intelligence roll.
Nice.
It's like because as a polymorph frog, you still have your tendencies in your mind. It's just it's all screwed up by the stats of the frog. So you're wanting to join everyone else and sit at the chair at one of the tables, and you couldn't get to the chair, and you could, so you're fine.
Like how you can try to infiltrate a place as a moth, but then end up eating a curtain.
Yeah.
Digester Lavore.
Yep. Alright, so we will end it there. This has been Shadows Can Be, we'll say, Locke, since his parents is here. And then join us next time, so we'll be Cad.
This has been Shadows of Gradiriel.
Join us next time as we relax in Yukiege. Nothing bad can surely happen.